Are you working on yourself these days? Are you trying to thrive just a little bit more? Well, I want to welcome Diane Bolin from Thrive to our show today. Thanks for being here.
Oh, glad to be here. Always glad to be here.
And anytime we talk about Thrive, I always like to kind of throw out for people, or have a little explainer on what Thrive actually is, because it's not really a club. You don't have, meetings and events or things like that that are like, I don't know, we're all going to the show kind of thing. So what is Thrive all about? It's a unique kind of a setup.
It is. We partner with Memorial Care, and we do our best to help people thrive in the community. Right now, among the many things that we're doing, we're focusing on helping people just appreciate their environment, be grateful for what we have, because in today's world, there's so many things coming at us that may be upsetting, and smell the roses, as they say, and we've got roses here all year round.
That's true. Laguna Woods, there are more trees in this area than almost any other place in the world.
Yes.
And so I think that's one of the things that, that isolation is the antithesis of thriving.
Yes.
When someone's staying home, they're for whatever reason, they're not going out and just breathing the air and going out there. So like you said, just getting out there and interrupting that routine can really help people start to thrive a little bit.
Yes, and then we also provide environments for people to make new relationships.
Right. When you have your ice cream socials and things like that, just come and join and be part of something, right?
Yes, and just mark your calendars, because coming up in November, the beginning of November, first Monday in November, we'll have our Fall Harvest Fest.
There we go.
And so there'll be more about that coming up, but there'll be free pies.
Yes, I know that. The ice cream social and the free pies. Those are the two things.
Yes. And then, of course, we'll have a speaker, and that'll be the anatomy of a scam in time for the holidays.
Yeah, and that's a good thing, because they're getting better and better with the AI help and all that kind of stuff. They really are getting more specific, and it really is hard to distinguish between those two things. So that's a really important one.
Yes.
Let's talk a little bit about the multi-generational stories and the project you guys are working on to kind of has it started to take a little more shape?
Oh, yes, and
Okay.
I'm very excited about that, because first of all, it brings together a number of things that are so important in the community. One is history. We have a history here that goes back to the 60s easily, and we're trying to tap into as many people as we can who have as much historical information in the form of stories that we can. Because a story is the way humans communicated even before there was writing. There was always storytelling. So we're hoping to get both written stories, audio records, and also video records for those best stories that we come up with about life in the woods.
Yeah, I mean, when Leisure World at the time opened back in the day, it wasn't even done. There were still phases that were coming in. So there's like people who were the originals, and then they saw the new development as it went, on these hills and things like that.
Yes. And even the vision of this place was just incredible. And I think that combining the vision with the human element here in the woods is going to be real important. So we're having announcements in the Globe, as well as there'll be flyers out. And already we're beginning to contact people, give them an initial questionnaire to find out what kinds of things they'd like to talk about. And then we're culling the best of the best to share on video.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like you said, way back when, it was like, kind of a new idea. When Ross Cortese came up with the idea of this village, people said, are you sure people would want to come here and do that? That doesn't seem, so it was kind of a gamble. And now everybody now thinks, of course, it's a no-brainer once you see how successful this community has become in terms of those things.
But it was genius. It was really genius, inspired, yes.
So in terms of clubs and activities and that kind of thing, do you think that helps the majority of people here in this community end up thriving because they have these connections, these bonds with other clubs and all the activities?
Yes, and I think not only are the bonds important, but the activities are important. I mean, that there are so many opportunities, whether you want to do slip casting or sewing or be on stage and sing a song. I mean, there's so much support and facilities here. It is wonderful. And yet there are still people that, for one reason or another, don't leave their homes. And Thrive would like to bring those people out.
Right, and that's an important thing in terms of that. Your next event, is the Harvest Festival the next
Yes,
event?
it is,
Okay.
in November.
So that'll be one of the big things that gets people out, and that you don't have to do, here's the good part, you don't have to be good at anything in terms of bocce or pickleball or anything like that to be part of the Thrive events. You just have to come and just have an open mind, right?
Yes, and you will always learn something, not only about yourself, but also learn something like the anatomy of a scam, which is the next featured educational part of our event.
How is it for you when you go to these events? Do you put them on, but do you have those connections? Do you have the experience as though you're a visitor sometimes as well?
Oh, no, I don't think so. I again, I've told you that I work hard just to get out there and talk to people, because although I'm good one-on-one and I'm good on television, that's a unique skill from when there's 100 people in the room and I'm looking around.
You become the wallflower?
Yes, I'm a wallflower. So I'm getting better with the experience.
Right, and that can be one-on-one. Like that's such a real thing. It's like, oh, how could she not be? She seems so energetic and vibrant and fun. But that's true when that people do get overwhelmed by certain experiences like that need to be in the middle of something or be a part of a group and talking in front of an entire group of people, right?
Well, talking like picking out a stranger,
right,
and making
right
conversation. It's like, oh, that's torture. But I'm working with myself, and to the audience, you can work with yourself too. That it's not as hard as you think, and the more you do it, the better you'll get at it. And yeah, and thanks to Thrive, I am getting better at it.
Now, in terms of the scam talk you guys are going to do, holidays kind of become one of the times where scams kind of go up. Is that because they're preying on people who are lonely, people who are looking for connection during that time of year?
Well, I think it's a little more involved than that. I think that in part it's because how frantic most of us get during the holidays. And I mean, it's good frantic. We're trying to do a lot of good things.
Right.
So there's that vulnerability to not think clearly about what you're exactly doing.
Right.
I mean, you're more likely to misplace your keys during the holidays just because you're running from one thing to another, baking, wrapping gifts, have a lot of events frequently. So,
so people asking for donations that time of year, and those scams kind of hit hard sometimes.
Yes, that's right. And so a couple of things about donations, and I wrote down the places to look. So charity scams. Good place to check is the Charity Navigator and also the Guide Star. So, and you could just Google scams, charity scams, and you'll come up with these things. So you should check out to see how much of your dollar goes to the specific charity.
Right.
That's how I always decide where I'm going to put my money.
There you go. All right, that event's going to be coming up. You'll be back to talk about, or somebody from Thrive will be back to talk about that with us as that gets closer as well. Diana Bolin, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you, Michael. Always great.
And continue to thrive.
Yes, I will.
You're watching This Day. We'll be right back.